how to win the buy box in 2023. Before we go into that, we want to show everyone where is the buy box in an Amazon listing. I'm pretty sure we've all seen it. This is the buy box right here where you see add to cart and buy now. The seller in the buy box is this seller right here, Masgear. And if you scroll down, there's 14 other sellers on this listing. I know before we started on Amazon, we would just purchase from whoever's in the buy box. I had no idea there were other sellers at the bottom of this listing. So again, you have the buy box here, the current FBA seller here, and the rest of the sellers are down there. You don't necessarily have to buy from this seller, but it's the fastest way to purchase an item. If you want to look at other offers, possibly cheaper offers, you could click here and you can find all of the other offers. Now, these are the things you can do as an Amazon seller to win the buy box.
All right, so now you know what a buy box is. No one knows Amazon's exact algorithm for determining what gets you into the buy box, but these are the 5 things that we've seen over the years affected the most. Number 1 would be your pricing. You have to be competitively priced to get into the buy box. What we've seen is about a range of 3%.
3% within the buy box.
Yeah, from the lowest seller. So if something's selling at $21, you want to be within 3% of that number to be eligible to get the buy box.
Absolutely. And pricing is very important. Customers do look for the cheapest price. However, we all know the reason customers go to Amazon and other sites, even though they have, more expensive products than other e-commerce sites, is fulfillment by Amazon, FBA, right? Amazon prioritizes sellers that utilize FBA because of the fast and efficient shipping they provide to customers.
Right. Amazon's priority is taking care of the customer. So a FBM seller that's fulfilled by a merchant, they can't really compete with Amazon logistics with the orders sometime getting to you the same day or 1 or 2 days. Most shipments coming from USPS or UPS, FBM, will definitely take longer than that.
Absolutely. Also, inventory is very important as well. You want to stay in stock, because if all metrics are same between you and your competitor on the listing, Amazon is going to prioritize the seller that has more inventory in stock. And why is that? Because Amazon is obviously having storage issues at their facilities, so they're trying to sell through that inventory that's taking up capacity at their warehouses.
The more inventory you have, the more Amazon could play and move around your inventory. So let's just say you have 2,000 units of a certain ASIN at FBA fulfillment centers. What Amazon does based on their metrics on the back end, they know that, let's just say, 200 of those sales for the month are gonna come from Texas. They'll move your inventory over to a Texas fulfillment center to be able to serve those customers better. So the more inventory you have, the more they have the ability to move around your inventory.
Absolutely. So we're in the East Coast, and if we have 2,000 units than the next seller, Amazon, a West Coast seller might see our inventory as well, because Amazon has spread across our inventory. So just make sure you're in stock so you get the buy box. Next thing that's very important as well is your account health rating. Now, we're gonna put this simply. You cannot get the buy box if your account is suspended, right? That's it for the account health. Make sure you're on top of your account health. You're taking care of that. It's compliant. It's playing defense, but it's part of being a seller.
Take care of your account health. Make sure you're in good standing. Make sure you don't have any issues that aren't documented or accounted for. Make sure they communicate with Amazon if it's taking you a while to resolve those, but they want to make sure that the customer's having the best experience. And one way you can ensure that is by making sure your account health rating is as high as possible.
Absolutely. And we've been through our ups and downs with account health, and right now we're on top of it. As soon as we get a complaint, we try to address it right away, and it's paramount that anyone that's going to sell on Amazon is on top of all their complaints. Don't let it linger at all. It's about speed. Amazon wants to see speed, and they want to see you're serious about selling on Amazon. So stay on top of your account health.
And lastly, but one of the most important metrics is your customer feedback rating. So if you see a seller under 90%, they are not competing at a high rate on Amazon. You need to have the best possible customer feedback rating that you can. Really, some of the best sellers are gonna have that 96 and up, sometimes 95 and up, as close to 100 as possible. And Amazon will reward you for that, because in their eyes, you are doing a good job by the customers, and that is their priority. So they're gonna reward you by giving you more access to the buy box, which will, at the end of the day, generate you more sales.
Absolutely. And as we all know, Amazon and Jeff Bezos is customer obsessed. Your feedback rating, customer feedback rating, is a reflection of your business. So if customers are saying your packaging is great, you're selling authentic products, Amazon will reward you, as Tamar said. So just address all of the feedback that you get, negative, positive. You could even comment on the positive feedback saying thank you. And other customers will see that you're attentive to your customers and how they receive the product.
Depending on what categories you sell, a lot of these customers will be repeat customers. If they have a good experience with you, they will come back. So you definitely want to make sure that you're very responsive and you take care of them. A lot of the times if they're asking for a refund or something, that might just be a few dollars, maybe $10 back from your net profit, but that good customer experience will go a much longer way for you.
Absolutely. And just keep in mind, if you have enough bad reviews on a product, Amazon will suspend your ASIN. So it's very important that you stay on top of the customer experience on Amazon, because that's what they prioritize the most.
Yep. So these are the top 5 things that we've seen over the years affect if you're going to win the buy box or not. If there was one thing that would be a priority here, it's going to be the first one, is the pricing. It doesn't matter if you hit all these other check marks. If you're not in this 3%, if someone's charging 21 and they have poor customer feedback, low inventory, even if they're FBM and you're priced at $30+ you're not going to get the buy box, because they are providing the best customer experience just based on their pricing.
Absolutely. And just to leave you with this, don't be one of those sellers that's tanking the price just to get the buy box, okay? Sometimes you just have to be patient and be strategic. 1 year repricing your ASINs. You don't have to go down to that lowest price if that seller only has 3-4 units left. That's where critical thinking comes into play. And if that seller has 4 units left, let them sell out. Then the price will go up. So it's all about holding the line sometimes.
And one thing to note about the buy box is it rotates. So let's just say I'm at $21, Tay's at $21. He might get the buy box for X amount of time. Amazon's eventually going to give me the buy box so that I can generate sales. So all things being the same, Amazon does keep the buy box in rotation. So you do not need to try to undercut your competitors to start generating sales.
Absolutely. And there's plenty of softwares out there that give you data on buy box statistics, like who's getting the buy box, what percentage of the time, how many units they're selling. Yeah. So you could always make an informed decision on any aspect of the buying process.
So I think that covers how you can win the buy box in 2023. We're going to have a lot more information in our free e-com course, which will break down and go into depth about what that buy box means, what it looks like, and how you can win it. So subscribe if you want to get more content from us regarding how you can get started and how you can make some money on Amazon in 2023.